Welcome back to episode 2 of our series, Holistic Health versus COVID-19 and what is unfolding.
For generations, we've known that true vitality comes from within. At Shabazz Holistic Health Services, we guide you back to your body's natural balance by honoring the wisdom of nature and holistic care. In today's world, toxins and stress challenge our health. That's why our approach is built on 3 pillars: elimination, detoxification, and education. We don't just treat symptoms, we address root causes and empower you to take control of your health. Our services include personalized consultations, specialized detox programs, and nutritional and lifestyle guidance designed to support deep healing and lasting energy. We also believe knowledge is power. Through our educational platforms, we help you stay informed and engaged in your own wellness journey.
Now is the time to invest in your well-being. Choose natural healing and lasting vitality. Contact Shabazz Holistic Health Services today and begin your journey to a healthier, balanced life.
I'm your host, Ambassador Ever Cooper Shabazz, Holistic Health Specialist. I want you to fasten your seatbelt because we'll be taking a beautiful ride today. We are going above the cloud because we're going to talk about health. As this discussion continues, it is imperative to acknowledge that COVID have come to stay with us, just like any other epidemics that ever came. I know during the time of COVID season, a lot of people died just because of fear. A lot of people died because of frustration. A lot of people died because they just lost hope. Maybe the only doctor, depending on, he died from COVID. Up to now, people are still living my trauma. But let me tell you something. COVID isn't going nowhere. Where there is money, COVID will always be around. We just have to live by it. That's the reality. And I want you to fasten your seatbelt because we are about to move above the cloud. Those information are out there we will not get. It's on your table. I want you to think it is your health. Because I always tell people when it comes to your health, you have to be radical. You have to be technical. And moreover, you have to be realistic. You don't just accept everything people tell you. People gave you to put in this beautiful system that you have. What happens if you get caught up in a system? Who do you turn to? But let me tell you something. I want you to relax. Crying time is all. Running time is all of this COVID. So sometimes I ask some good friends, I say, but with all this COVID drama, what was the impact of COVID on your health? What you did? Some people went to the hospital, they checked and it's okay, or you are COVID positive. Then this poor person stand there and say, look, what will I do? He said, we don't know. Do I come back here? I said, no, just look for somewhere to go. We don't have nowhere to keep you. Do people have any alarm I can call on? They said, no, please. Just go and think about it. Get over it. And this is why some people die and some people survive it. But this time around, I think it's on your table. I don't want you to sit on the fence. I don't want you to be part of this whole drama of COVID, just sitting aside to be spectator. No, I want you to be a full participant of this whole COVID drama so that tomorrow you're able to tell your grandchildren, say, yeah, I live during the time of this COVID. These are some of the things I went through. Everyone that passed through all this beautiful drama of COVID will have some history. It impacted all of people's life. And what's about you? I want you to sit and comprehend that it have come to a point that you should be able to take responsibility of your own health. Then you have a beautiful conversation with your doctors, with your health provider. I don't know if COVID going to come back, whether COVID stay around. But my question to you now, what are you preparing yourself for? What could be a defensive mechanism if COVID have to come? And this is why I want you to watch this video, go through this video. Because whether you like it or not, people are making a million every day. And this time around, we know that globally, world leaders, they are still worrying. What's going to happen next? With what we took in our system, what came over us, they are still worrying. And today we'll be listening to some beautiful testimony. This information which you are getting to know of it, maybe welcome to be on the safe side a little bit, but now it is not too late. We are here, and this is why I'm inviting you to be part of our program. We are going to work with you, teach you, show you how to take care of this beautiful immune system that you have. It's about time to know something about your own health, to take responsibility of your own health. Then you can have a beautiful conversation with your doctors. He wants to help you though. In our program, we're able to help you to eliminate, detoxify, and clean some of the toxins from our system that we have been accumulating all the years from our foods, our drinks, our medications, and our lifestyle choices. And we're going to help you how to clean this blood of yours. That's the most important thing. Clean your blood. Clean your colon. Then, to support your immune system. Our holistic health program is meant to help those who really want to take care of their own health. To know something that I have personally will say welcome on board. Let us go through the video. Let us listen to some of this beautiful conversation. And we should be able to draw a conclusion. What we should be able to do.
I look forward to working with all of you as we conduct oversight investigations to uncover and expose the truth on issues that are important to the American people. Rise and raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give before the subcommittee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Our first witness is Dr. Peter McCulloch. Dr. McCulloch is an internist, cardiologist, and epidemiologist from Dallas, Texas. He is broadly published with over 700 citations in the National Library of Medicine. He has testified multiple times in the U.S. Senate, U.S. House of Representatives, European Parliament, and many state capitals concerning public health policy. Dr. McCulloch.
Honored to present my insights, my analysis, my clinical experience on this very important topic. I'm an internist, I'm a cardiologist. I believe I'm the most published individual who's ever testified on matters related to COVID-19 in any of these hearings. I've seen and examined more patients. I've examined more data, and I'm one of the most published people on the topic in the world. And as a cardiologist, I can tell you, my role in this was to fight disease, preserve life, and above all, do no harm. Do no harm.
Not that he is mad. No. And it is so frustrating because, and nobody will listen to him. He's only telling us what was passing during the time of this COVID hit. This is why he coming out, he's saying it bitterly. He's not mad. He just wants you to understand what was played. For us to know that nobody is responsible for your health. You should be able to make your own research. Put on your thinking cap.
Now, the topic today is myocarditis or heart damage from the COVID-19 vaccines. I'm a cardiologist. I know the topic well. I've examined thousands of patients with this problem. Thousands. Before the pandemic, I had 2 patients ever with this problem. There's 1,065 papers in the peer-reviewed literature on COVID vaccine myocarditis. So let me summarize them for you. The first one that came on my radar screen that was alarming came from Washington University in St. Louis, August 18th of 2021. The first author is Verma and colleagues, New England Journal of Medicine. A 42-year-old man comes into Washington University Hospital with vaccine myocarditis. The infection is ruled out. It's the vaccine. He's in the hospital. This is one of our best hospitals in the United States. He dies 3 days after taking Moderna. They can't save him in the hospital. Then this is now a younger man, just a few days after Pfizer. He comes in the hospital. He dies within 8 hours of being in the hospital. I can tell you, I'm a cardiologist. That doesn't even happen with heart attacks. He dies within 8 hours. I examined all of the slides and the images that the Koreans had showed us. These cases, which were widely known at the time, should have gotten everyone's attention. Everyone should have been laser focused on this. We should never have someone die after taking a vaccine. That's directly caused to the vaccine. 2 boys, age 16 and 17, who die a few days after taking Pfizer. These are teenagers. They're found dead at home by their parents. Conclusion, it's Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine myocarditis, unequivocal. These are autopsy-confirmed cases. So for all the mothers in the room, how would they feel if they found their children dead after taking a COVID-19 vaccine? Turns out that Pfizer and Moderna and Janssen are the genetic code for the spike protein.
It's a beautiful ride. We are moving on the next high altitude. So fasten your seatbelt. It's the spike protein. And what's the danger going to cause for our health? Inside. I hope that you have your notebook. This is not a time to sleep. This is time to listen and take note. Now we are talking about the spike protein. What will this spike protein cause in our system? Our liver, our kidney, our brain, blood clot, spike protein. So, okay, honestly, he's not mad because he wanted to work with his team to be able to see how they can help for us to get some of this information. Other people say, no, you are on your own.
The spike protein is the damaging part of the virus. The spike protein is loaded into the body and it causes tremendous damage in some. Acute myocarditis appears to have some genetic predilection, and all of the vials of the vaccine are not the same. But I can tell you, I'm concerned that until the vaccines are stopped, there will be cases of acute myocarditis. And to finish, we've had 216 vaccine deaths this year alone. So if the vaccine campaign continues, we have to look at what are we getting out of it now, 4.5 years of the campaign, and how many more people will die. So what I'm telling you is these vaccines have a very long effect in the human body. Messenger RNA is found in the human heart of people who die after the vaccine. It's found in the brain. The spike protein is found everywhere in the body. 3 studies now show the spike protein is circulating in the blood for 6 to 9 months after people take the shot. This part of the virus, the lethal part of the virus in the vaccinated, it's circulating in the blood.
So Dr. McCullough, quick question for you. Did the vaccine stop the spread of COVID-19?
No.
So then let me ask you one simple question. We'll go down the line. You guys can answer it. It'll be my last question. So if COVID-19 the vaccine, the injection, did not stop the spread of COVID, why is it that Joe Biden, President of the United States, issued an executive order, which was ruled unconstitutional, by the way, that said that if you worked for a company with 100 employees, because not 99, 100, that you would be fired if you did not prove you didn't have a COVID vaccine negative test or got vaccinated? Why would we have some decision like that? How depraved do you have to be to do that?
They were scientifically ungrounded. They were sociologically deranged, and they caused great harm. To this day, people are in court trying to get their jobs back and trying to put their lives together.
Well, thank you, doctor, so much for all. And I think some of us are already getting an idea what this rabbit hole is taking us. Since we are still above the cloud, So if we are learning, have something to discuss together. As I said, this is a beautiful ride, so I don't want it to be like, oh, only the men that was saying no. Let the women talk to us, to listen to them. What is Papa going to do in our system? How long are we going to live with it? And what are some of the complications that are going to come afterward from this spike protein? And I want you to take a note. I know it will always be a caller, and for some of us, we are already understand the rabbit hole. So this is why we are calling you to be responsible for your own health, to know something. And I said that we're in space. Now we are coming on Earth to face reality. In a few minutes, we'll be learning.
Rose, a gastroenterologist and long COVID specialist and CEO and founder at Terrain Health. Dr. Rose, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Rob. I appreciate it.
So we took these vaccines. Joe Biden mandated these vaccines, but these mRNA vaccines were totally untested and they were filled with something called spike protein. What are these vaccines doing to people today? What are you seeing at your practice?
So just to understand, the most pathogenic part of the virus is the spike protein. And when they made the mRNA vaccines, they used that part of the virus to put in the vaccine so that we can mount an antibody response to the disease or to the virus. So they didn't realize when they did it at the time that they used the most pathogenic part of the virus, and that's the part that had the gain of function as well when it was made in the laboratory. I want to make it clear, though, that the vaccine and the virus are equally as dangerous when it comes to the spike protein, but we do have solid evidence showing that the spike protein itself from the vaccine or the virus drives the disease, the underlying disease pathology.
Okay, the FDA put out some guidance just recently that people could be dealing with issues, sudden death even, heart issues for between 5 and 10 years. I get the 5-year part because we're 5 years out now, but where do they get the 10 or 15-year number? Because they really have no idea, do they?
So the research I'm involved with currently and have been involved with for the past 4 or 5 years, and I work with a very fantastic collaborative group internationally, and we've been looking, at all the different research papers coming out and doing our own research itself, show that the spike protein can live inside the cells outcomes, and we have tons of solutions. That's something usually dismissed and overlooked by the general medical community, root cause medicine. And the type of doctors and physicians that can help patients like this are doctors that have a clear foundation of cellular medicine. The spike protein and the virus, they impact over 250 different pathways in our body. But there are clear, concise interventions that can help rid the body of the spike protein and also take care of the downstream impact and inflammation from having the spike protein in your body for several months, if not several years at this point.
There are so few doctors out there that are doing what you're doing. Keep this up. And I'll just mention, this is not getting attention from the rest of the media. It's not getting attention. The media is covering this by covering it up.
Well, you did well around with us. I just want to say thank you so much for your time. And I know they have been taking notes. Okay, to all my good people, thank you so much for riding with us. So we have finally reached our destination to face reality. We have to look at it both ways. And what our insurance going to call up? And if this insurance has to just be for 2025.
Limiting which Americans can get the shot. Under the new rules, the vaccines will be available to all Americans over the age of 65. They will also be available to adults and children with a serious health condition. However, the FDA did revoke the use of Pfizer's shot in young children, leaving just Moderna's vaccine for children as young as 6 months old. The head of the Centers for Disease Control at CDC, Dr. Susan Menares, objected to those changes. Her lawyers say that led to her firing. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says the shots will be available to anyone who chooses them after consulting with their doctor.
Well, here with us this morning to discuss these new limits is CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus. He's also the founding CEO of the Ellison Medical Institute, founded along with Larry Ellison, part owner of our parent company, Paramount Sky.
Finally, we have arrived. And I just want for you to just give yourself a round of applause. You did well. on the flight. And now we are going to take this as a homework. This is the question. Back on ice.
Big question, who actually can get these shots and why are they eligible?
Well, people over 65 are eligible because those are the ones who have more complications to getting COVID-19. Remember, the hallmark of this virus is it changes over time. So all of us have had COVID, all of us have had some sorts of vaccines and probably boosters, but the immunity was to the old forms of COVID. As the virus changes, we need a booster so we recognize this new variant. They're new variants now, they're different than the old ones. Over 65 eligible, under 65 or age 5 to 65, you need to have a medical condition in order to get it routinely, or your doctor can write you a prescription and give you a pass to get it.
Do you get the sense that those doctors will write those prescriptions if you're not in either of those groups and you just say, hey, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, I'm otherwise healthy, but I just like to get the shot?
My answer, very simply, yes. I'm sure they would. The problem is it's a barrier, right? And right now, still only 25% of people or so got the last booster. When you put another barrier in, you have to go to a doctor and get a prescription and then go to a pharmacy, etc. It's just another barrier and also puts questions into people's minds. Do these make sense?
Do they? I mean, if you're in those groups?
I'm in those groups, right? I'm under the age of 65. I don't have yet a medical condition, but I'm going to get it because I know if I get COVID, this will temper down my response and I will get better quicker. And that's what I want, right? Is I don't want to get that sick from COVID. So it's a personal decision, right? We all have some immunity, but I certainly would encourage people to get the vaccine or get that booster because it's out now in most states.
So you need a doctor's prescription?
Well, what happens now is most states, so there's 16 states where they're saying, hey, we're going to wait for this committee called the ACIP, and in those states it's not available, but in most states you put a check mark next to a condition. You say, I have depression, and they will give you the shot.
Where do the rest of us go?
The rest of us get a prescription for our doctor or just put a check mark on one of those and get the
Wow. I noticed the sh right there.
Well, listen, I want immunity. I want people to have the opportunity and make it based on their own body and their own value system. If they want that booster, they should be able to get the booster. Insurance companies, looks like they're all going to cover through 2025, so it will be covered. After 2025, we don't know, but my gut is they should cover it because it will save them money in the long run.
And Dr. Agus, these new guidelines also limit the availability to children. What should parents know about this?
So, the current administration said, hey, pregnant women, breastfeeding women, you don't need a booster or a vaccine anymore. And I do believe that giving immunity to young children is tremendously important. There are complications to the vaccine. For example, you can get inflammation of the heart, but it is a fraction of that you see with the virus. So the virus itself causes this myocarditis. And so I do think that we all need some immunity to it. We should give children the opportunity to grow up without complications from a serious virus. So again, I would push for this right now.
All right, Dr. David Agus, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
And please do me a favor. Subscribe and share the video if you want to get a deeper conversation concerning your health, about this COVID, about all health issues. It could be diabetes, it could be cancer, liver problems, how to clean this blood that you have, how to clean the liver, the kidney, naturally. We say welcome on board. And this is where we meet to discuss about our health. Come meet some interesting people. Come be part of this class. And to get some deeper conversation episode, we want you to subscribe, follow our YouTube, get the contact. Thank you for your beautiful time with us. And this time, you should be grounded. You'll be well informed about what could be the next step. But let me tell you something. When this COVID started, a lot of us were confused, running here and there. We don't know what to do. To know that nobody is responsible for your health. You are responsible. As the old people says, if somebody fool you for the first time, you are now a fool. But if they fool you for a second time, this third times, it means that something happened to you. Maybe you love it. So this time around, you are responsible for your own health. Nobody responsible. Save your money. Until we meet again, feel relaxed. This is a place. Conferences, workshop, how to help yourself. And please do me a favor. Subscribe and share the video.
For generations, we've known that true vitality comes from within. At Shabazz Holistic Health Services, we guide you back to your body's natural balance by honoring the wisdom of nature and holistic care. In today's world, toxins and stress challenge our health. That's why our approach is built on 3 pillars: elimination, detoxification, and education. We don't just treat symptoms, we address root causes and empower you to take control of your health. Our services include personalized consultations, specialized detox programs, and nutritional and lifestyle guidance designed to support deep healing and lasting energy. We also believe knowledge is power. Through our educational platforms, we help you stay informed and engaged in your own wellness journey.
Now is the time to invest in your well-being. Choose natural healing and lasting vitality. Contact Shabazz Holistic Health Services today and begin your journey to a healthier, balanced life.